In one of the opening confrontations of the playoff stage at OGA Dota Pit Season 2 in the European region, teams Alliance and Ninja in Pyjamas met. It is worth noting that after Soneko left the main roster, NAP had to fill a stand-in for this tournament. This fifth player was the notorious representative of the Evil Geniuses team, Creed. The picking stage of the first map was marked by the fact that Alliance took a simple and convenient set of characters. In response, Ninja in Pyjamas showed a strategy with Magnus and two strong melee cores, Phantom Assassin and Ember Spirit. At the initial stage of the game, both teams were almost equal, but the main heroes of the Radiant team still held a small advantage. Good macro from Hansken is noteworthy. Realizing that the opponent's mid player would go to the rune, Venge came into the center and helped to catch Ember Spirit, who had moved far away from the tower. As a result, the first blood went to the Radiant. A similar move, but with the support of Undyne and Venge, was made by Alliance 2 minutes later, killing Ember again and securing the advantage for the mid player over the enemies. On the other hand, Creed, realizing that his hero could not help in other lanes, went to the jungle to make stacks for his carry. When by the 8th minute Charlie, sagging in a amount of gold, reached the creep stack in the jungle, he managed to almost instantly break into the tops of net worth charts. A beautiful action from both teams took place on the bottom line already on the 11th minute. First, Magnus showed an excellent play, catching Void through a shockwave and RP, but then he made a mistake. Instead of the final blow, he used Cure, what allowed the enemy carry to survive and use his spells as intended. As a result, 3 NAP heroes were gone. Despite all attempts from the Dark to turn the course of the game in their favor, Alliance did not give them the opportunity to do so. The powerful pressure on all parts of the map led to the fact that by the 20th minute the advantage was more than 11,000 gold and showed the dominance of the Radiant, which continued to grow. This led to the fact that already on the 23rd minute, Alliance became unstoppable. Having lost Undyne before the fray began, they fearlessly went on the attack. Neither a good RP, Nut or Will-O-Wisp could stop the 4 heroes of the Radiant, but also made a 5-for-1 exchange. Attempts to force the game in a convenient way for themselves were unsuccessful, as the enemy had a huge advantage. Having lost 4 heroes in one of these battles, NIP not only gave Roshan but also lost their side. The last defense attempt of the base showed that PA could not do enough damage to kill at least a support hero, and a good chrono from Void did not allow her to live alive after this. Having lost 3 characters, the Dire called GG. picks of the second map of this confrontation were not quite standard from Alliance, who selected Venomancer and Earth Spirit. Also seeing that alleged hero for Supreme, Timbersaw was chosen for a limp. Even before the creep spawned, Dire showed excellent team play. While Earth Spirit and Venomancer attacked Grimstroke, who was going to the rune, Timber cut his opponents away from the side. As a result, Alliance got the first blood.
30 seconds to battle.
During the laning stage, the sidelines did not sack very much despite the death of the cores. But the most interesting thing happened in the center. Magnus, having received several spells from Timber, realized that farming on the lane would not work and went into the forest, giving the enemy a huge advantage. Realizing his level and the gold received, Limb began to punish opponents for every attempt to stop the farming of his cores. As a result, Slark and Venomancer were ranked 2nd and 3rd in net worth. Timber's first death after using reverse polarity under tier 2 turned from joy to nightmare for NIP. Rushing in pursuit of the enemy, they stumbled upon a huge problem. Slark, who by this time had become too formidable in a battle with an opponent, simply cut one by one the players of the Radiant's team. Unsuccessful eco and poor coordination in the battle cost NIP's all heroes in exchange for only one enemy mid laner. Over the next 20 minutes, all scuffles were reduced because of attempts to catch the opponent on mistakes. And if Alliance did it in the course of pressure on all lanes, then from NIP's side there were only small ganks with attempts to buy time and turn the game in the future. But by the 36th minute, the advantage of the Dire exceeded the 20,000 gold mark. Accordingly, in terms of artifacts, the Dire were much stronger. The final battle began with Alliance's attempt to break the barracks on the NIP top lane, but the players of the Radiant were caught. Nature's Prophet died without buyback despite RP, and Ricky was never able to get into a fray. All this time he was kept in Bane's ultimate. Further, battle was meaningless, since having lost 2 cores without the opportunity to return to the battle, the Radiant simply died one after the other, and when the 5th hero was gone, NIP called GG.